I'm only taking the.
Oh, hey everyone. It's Kristi and Kevin, and happy Kevin Kristimas. Merry Kevin Kristimas to you, Kev.
Merry Wintersful.
Right back at you. Me? Okay, that's nice. Yeah, so I have Drunk Kevin for the first time on the show tonight. How you
Oi,
doing?
oi.
How you doing, Drunk Kevin?
Yeah, yeah, not too bad. How are you?
Well, less drunk, so ready to be amused. And
Almost certainly she's gone straight to the vein. No doubt about it. She's injected everything and anything.
and so you want to tell us a little bit about how you got to this particular inebriated state?
Well, it's Christmas, so you're forced to spend time with family, who are the people that you're connected to by the fact that your dad came into your mum and literally nothing else. Literally no other reason. Now that's not something I wish to celebrate particularly, if I'm honest. But that's the thing, and most of them are what I like to describe as complete cunts. So I don't like to spend time with them. So I do so sparingly and drunkenly, which was fun. And then the reason this is an hour late.
Yeah.
Now, when I explain the basics of why I'm an hour late, you're going to think that's a piss take, Kev. What the fuck is up with you? But when I explain the actual underlying reasons for it, it'll be fun. I was watching Columbo.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you're thinking to yourself, Kev, that fucking show is on all the time. You don't need to be watching Columbo. You could have done a show at all the time.
You probably knew how it ended already.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I've almost certainly seen them all.
Yeah.
And they show you it's not who done it.
No,
you don't need to wait to the end. They literally tell you at the start.
No, you don't.
And one of the episodes was a particularly brilliant one with the late and not so great Rip Torn playing a southerner with the worst southern accent in the history of the world. He literally sounded like a kind of inebriated foghorn leghorn.
Nice.
I don't know how the producers allowed it on TV. Anyway, it was hilarious. But the underlying reason is me and my father have a somewhat tetchy relationship at times when we talk politics, and I don't know how we haven't beaten the shit out of each other at this point. It gets very argumentative. Whereas this time we both just got drunk and watched Columbo, and that emotionally was enormously nourishing for me. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to stay and watch another episode of Columbo. Fuck it.
Good.
I'm actually enjoying this time with my father for the first time in a long time. So there you go.
I approve.
You go, yeah.
Although my voice was coming across a bit Darth Vader-ish, but it's better now. It's okay.
Okay, well, you are my father, so that makes sense.
Yeah, so you were going to tell me a little story about what you got up to last night.
I had a massive wank.
Yeah, and did you do that before or after you talked to Carl? Or during?
Yeah. No, I actually didn't wank. I couldn't wank on the feast of St. Stephen. That would be outrageous. Yeah. Okay. So we were going to look at a thing from Carl, which we might do. We might still do. Yeah. I don't know. I thought this was War on Christmas stream, but whatever.
We can do that too.
I've got like a back channel to Sergeant of a Cad, Carl Benjamin, Carl of Swindon, rape tweet guy, and on the Facebooks, right? We talk very, very sparingly, but we do talk. So I've become sort of the Sargon whisperer for Left Tube, for Bread Tube.
Right.
This is the third or fourth debate I've had to set up with people, and this time it was the serfs.
Oh, okay.
They were glorious people, Canadian, but don't hold that against them. And they asked me to pass on their email address because they want to set up a debate between Carl and a guy called Ben Burgess, who you may have heard of or not. He's like a leftist philosopher guy. So I was like, yeah, I'll pass that on because, like I say, I'm now just a fucking lackey who sends messages to Carl because he can't be found on Twitter. Because,
right.
Even though I'm on my third account, I'm determined to catch him up in 2020, which would mean about a dozen accounts to go down. Anyway, and so I just passed that on to him, and we got talking a little bit. And he's like, "Oh, I'm doing a thing tonight," and it happened that I'd switched my shift with the guy who wanted to work the night shift so that he could have the Christmas day.
Okay.
So I worked the day shift on Christmas Eve. Anyway, so yeah, I thought, well, I'm free, and it was like 11 o'clock at night. So I went on and talked with him. There was like 4 or 5 different people, and it was fun. But there was one nice little addition to the story, which was Do you remember? And this is a really niche element of our coverage of Carl's not re-election because he didn't get elected. His election campaign during the summer, the halcyon days of summer 2020, when I spent one particular afternoon getting high and trolling his Discord.
Is that what you were doing?
Do you remember that, Kristi?
I remember the Discord thing. Yes. And you,
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I remember you baiting them, and it was supposed
obviously,
to be a free speech thing.
For legal reasons, I was just on Discord. It's fine. So and that Discord was called Athens, if you remember, and all the names of the pages in the Discord server had like really pretentious, like fart huffing to the extreme names. And little did I know that he does his live streams through Discord, which a lot of people do now because YouTube are fucking absolute dog shit. Anyway, so he sent me an invite to join his Discord server, and it was that Discord server that I was still banned from.
Nice.
So I was like, you're still using the same thing, And it was we found out it was this person called Discordia, who was also in the chat, who was the one who had originally banned me back in the summer. So yeah, that was fun. So we talked about stuff, and I might have poorly worded at first, but I think I clarified. Might have justified some terrorism.
By saying what?
Yeah, exactly. I'd made a joke about the IRA, which I carried on because I was like, the IRA are going to take over and institute a caliphate and wipe out all the white people, right?
So obviously not being serious.
No. But I did make one serious point, which was sort of a bit weird, but I think it's still basically true. That for some reason, we got talking about the Brighton bombing, right? Which, for those who don't know, was when the Irish Republican Army tried to kill the Prime Minister, and very nearly succeeded. She was very lucky, Margaret Thatcher being that. And I said that considering she'd sent like paramilitary forces in to execute innocent people in Northern Ireland, that she was a combatant. And therefore, if you accept the premise of it being a war, which she clearly did, she was like not an innocent, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Which is a rather more nuanced point than they try to make out like, oh, he supports the IRA. No, at no point did I ever say that. Seriously. I did joke about it. I did say several times the IRA are going to take over. Because that's funny to me. I also said Boko Haram. 2020 was going to be the year of Boko Haram. So, I mean, clearly, a little bit spicy.
Were you drunk on that stream too?
No, I was sober as fuck.
So when
it was just meant as a joke, because I kept constantly referring to, like, I think at one point I said, I think it should be made illegal for white people to breed. So clearly, like, I was not being enormously serious.
So
anyway.
Was it you and like 4 right-wingers?
Yeah, basically. Well, no, there was me and 4 classical liberals.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there was me and Carl. There was Oozaloo was there.
Oh, scum.
You do hate white people, don't you?
Well, right-wing.
Your brain was so right about you. Who else? Oh, someone else.
They're so
V
memorable.
was going to be there, but then V didn't. Well, exactly, yeah. V wasn't there, though. But he was in, like, the group, but he wasn't ever on the call, which was slightly annoying because I was going to rip into him for no particular reason other than it's funny. To hear him go, "Ah, what are you talking about, mate? Ah!"
Mutton chops.
Yeah, mutton chops. He is the king of bats, isn't he, that lad? Wow.
So, Sargon, Oozaloo, and 2 completely forgettable people.
Yeah, there was the Discordia or something, I don't know. And then, oh shit, there was a guy with a British flag icon or something. I don't know.
So Kevin, when you
anyway, sorry, go on.
Yeah, when you're drinking, like what you were drinking tonight, what was that? Out of curiosity, what do you get drunk on?
What have I been drinking tonight, or what do I usually get drunk on?
Both.
Distilled rat urine. And undistilled rat urine.
What? So gross.
Yeah.
Carlsberg.
No, tonight I've been drinking. Oh wow, a horrible combination of rather chabby drinks. Again, I've been with my family. I mean, I'm not going to deny I come from white trash. It's true. I've been drinking a mixture of Foster's, Smirnoff Ice, because I am a 13-year-old. I'm a 13-year-old girl, clearly,
Nice.
who you can find hanging out in a bus stop smoking Rothman's specials. Anyway, yeah, that and okay, it was some other shit, just fucking crap. Just basically stuff to numb not the pain, but to stop me throttling some people, basically.
But you just like make it not worth the effort. Like the couch is too
Indeed.
comfortable.
So, but my usual typical is something like either Guinness or if I'm going to go onto the short, something like vodka and lemonade. Quite
Yeah.
like.
I do a vodka and cranberry quite often.
Oh, you're so middle class.
But it's like a nice balance.
Vodka and cranberry. I drink vodka in the tears of the poor.
Or a Malibu and orange.
Yeah. Okay. So you've definitely got some Essex in you. No doubt about it.
Well, it did live there
We
for
drink
like 8 years.
J2O and horse cum. Like, come on.
I love Malibu and orange. Again, balance, sweet and sour. Anyway, vanilla vodka in the cranberry, ideally.
Vanilla ice, baby.
Oh, it's so good with vanilla vodka. Oh, because you get the cranberry and the vanilla.
Oh, this is dreadful. Why are we broadcasting this?
So, right, do you want to do some War on Christmas stuff? Or do you want to do Sargon on impeachment first?
Let's do War on the Crimbomus, because
right.
I'm usually anti-war, but there's one war I'm very much the John Bolton of the War on Christmas. I am the hawkiest hawk on the War on Christmas.
You're a neocon on the War on Christmas?
I am the fucking Dick Cheney of the War on Christmas.
Okay, I'm going to have to be a bit more specific here, and I think I have to put Fox.
What?
I'm trying to find some good original Fox stuff.
No, I didn't know. I hooked you into a thing, which is a compilation of, like, War on Christmas stuff on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Did you not bookmark it?
Let me check.
Oh, god damn it, woman.
Probably I did. No, that's him. I can just also go to your account.
And the story, I mean, I shouldn't be surprising. The story of Christmas is very much the story of a woman lying. Yeah, I'm a virgin, called you I love. Yeah, definitely. Mm.
All right, let me check your account.
I can't believe Joseph went along with it. Like, there's no way he fucking believed that story, was there?
All right. Sorry, I'm looking for your tweet. Oh, I should share the screen with you. That'll help. Oh.
Well, no, I didn't tweet it. I hooked you in, like, oh, Kristi, look, this War on Christmas stuff. And it was like a compilation of bits from Fox where they're like, oh, the War on Christmas. It's communism.
Wait, did you send it by Facebook or did you send it via Twitter?
I don't care. I don't know, basically. I don't know.
Was it on YouTube?
No, it was like a clips package thing on social media. I don't know.
But if you tweeted it to me, it would be in your tweets, right?
No, I hooked you into it. I didn't tweet it out.
You tagged me into it.
Yeah.
All right, so then let me check my notifications.
Yes, look, someone said the nativity never fucking happened. Yes, it did. It's in a book. They wouldn't allow it in a book if it wasn't true.
Kevin's just gonna like razz the chat now. All right, so I've got some Christmassy things. I don't see anything from you.
Oh, I fucking hate Christmas so much.
Let me see if I can find you in the page. Find me. Right, there's one. That's where you retweeted me.
Yeah, but that's fuck's sake, I don't know.
That was it.
No, just type Fox News War on Christmas, then I don't care. I've lost the will to fucking live.
Oh, you give up so easily. All right, I can't get this thing to go away. Go away. There we go. Yeah. All right, Fox News War on Christmas. I hate typing live.
You didn't type it.
Oh my god.
It. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. That's the package.
That's it.
Shit. Yeah.
All right. So, we haven't done a sound check because I just made fun of Kevin being drunk.
It's Christmas, you cunts. Just fucking deal with it for once. Jesus. Can you stop fucking moaning?
So hopefully it won't be too loud. Also, people in the chat, let us know how the volume levels are between myself and Kevin, given Kevin moves around with his violent, sexy dancing.
Well, yeah, but it's even worse now because I've lost control of certainly the lower half of my body, and it's getting worse. So
You have to
all
do.
I'll say is, ladies, unfortunately, whiskey dick has set in.
You have to do a seated spread eagle, violent, sexy dancing.
Yeah, if you just hear me sort of on the floor crying, you know it's time. It's bedtime. Yeah.
All right, here's our War on Christmas compilation. 3 minutes of it. Woo.
Well, the war on Christmas is not real. They tell you it all the time. It's totally fake. And if you believe in it, you're dumb. You watch Fox News or something.
Isn't it amazing
Yes.
the attack, the assault? It's just unbridled and seemingly unprecedented against Christmas.
It has to do with, at the root of it, it has to do with two things: abortion and the gay rights agenda. You know,
What?
Well, I definitely hooked you because I know you responded. Oh no, I showed you the thing, didn't I? The guy dressed as Santa with an anti-abortion thing that said, "Was it Santa is going out of business because of abortion?"
Yes. What is up with that?
I don't know, but someone underneath when I put that on Facebook, someone really brilliantly put underneath unexpected advantage. Yeah, true. That's a positive. Yeah.
All right. This the gay agenda and abortion are why people are asking other people to say happy holidays, which considering there's
not just
solstice,
that, but
Hanukkah, New Year's, and Christmas and Kwanzaa in America.
not just that, but this is like one of the gayest things in the year.
Like in terms of
Like,
pageantry, like awesomeness,
Yeah,
like
look,
sort
it's
of like
one of the
drag queen.
campest fucking. It is. It's like everyone drags up their own home for Christmas. Bright lights, tinsel, fucking fairies, decorations, singing carols and shit. Like it's like a RuPaul's Drag Race in everyone's house.
Okay, so I only saw this in the UK, but it's like a decorative light fixture that you can hang from the roof of your house, right? And it's Santa on a ladder, but they're timed lights with like 3 different Santas, so it looks like he's going up and down the ladder, but the ladder just looks like a shaft.
Yeah.
And so when it flickers, it just looks like Santa's giving a big hand job with his body.
Well, it is, and there's so much innuendo.
Do you know
about
which one I'm talking about? Do you know
Santa going up your chimney and emptying his sack and stuff? Like it's so gay.
Do you know
And
what?
that's cool, but I don't know.
Yeah, but it's not the gay rights agenda. It's just how fabulous it is.
No, it is. It's definitely the gay rights agenda. It's the gay rights. It's the gay rights, the abortion, and the Muslims together, the way God intended.
Okay, we're backing this up a little bit so we catch the start of the next one.
and the gay rights agenda.
You know, today we're talking a lot about sexual harassment. Well, cases like this are examples of spiritual harassment. And
What?
this is a part of the larger, not just war on Christmas, but the war against Christianity.
Oh my gosh, you can't make everybody who's not a Christian use your specific, as I put on Twitter, people who think there's a war on Christmas, right? I'll use your preferred holiday greeting with you as soon as you start using other people's preferred pronouns with them.
Yeah, well, exactly, yeah. The same, and the analogy that I saw someone use, which is very good, that the same people who think that saying all lives matter doesn't erase Black Lives Matter seemingly get it when it's happy holidays instead of happy Christmas.
Yeah. Interesting that. Yeah, they're selective. What is this, Obama's war on Christmas with a gun hanging off the tree in the back? This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. But also, is he shooting war in that image?
It looks like he is. It looks like Obama is actually attacking war. So he's
that's what I want to see America do, is a war on war. Not a war on terror or war on drugs, war on war.
Yes. There's no fighting in here. It's a war room. Okay.
Christmas, but the war against Christianity.
Look, I'm tired of we're going to talk about this all the way through Christmas.
Can you name one person who's said that Obama's waging a war on Christmas?
I've heard many people on these airwaves talking about it. I've been on panels talking about is this really happening?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't said it. I don't remember anybody saying that Obama's waging a war on Christmas.
Whose war on Christmas?
Obama's.
I think we won the war on terror. I mean, the war on Christmas already.
Hostile.
The war. All right. They're really not brainiacs over there on Fox and Friends.
No.
Okay.
The war on Christmas already.
Hostile toward Christmas and hostile toward Christians.
The war on...
Well, again, this claimed hostility toward Christians. What it shows, it's like the screeching cry of white supremacy, but the Christian element of that white supremacy.
Oh, this fucking dick. Oh, I hate her so much. She's so fucking full of shit. Laura Ingraham, what a fucking garbage bag. Fuck her.
I'm going to hit play before you say something more offensive.
I know they're all fucking dreadful, but I mean...
Yeah, she's awful. She's particularly awful.
On Christmas,
and she did a party salute at the RNC, let us not forget.
Oh, yeah, when she turned around waving her... Oh, here she's got her cross around her neck, too. Like a big old bangle, like a graven image. That's supposed to be against the Ten Commandments. Anyway.
Well, I've got my Moloch on, so it's all good.
Your what?
Moloch.
What's that?
The graven image, the golden calf.
Oh, that, okay. All right, you're talking about like a ancient Palestinian
that's where
Canaanite gods.
Yeah, but that's where the thing about not carving graven images comes from, doesn't it? When Moses was leading them out of the Israelites, didn't they carve a Moloch? And they were like, no, you can't do that. That's not proper God. It's a false God. And all that
I didn't know the calf was supposed to represent a particular person, but that's very possible. I mean, I can't be bothered to look it up right now.
Well, it's a God creature, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
Well, to them, I don't know.
True. I only knew of Baal. Should we?
Oh, maybe it's Baal. I don't know.
Anyway, you've got some graven image on you.
Isn't Baal an Indian dish?
This is all for
This is
all for a pretty small joke, to be honest. About what jewelry you're wearing.
I've also got a merkin on. That's funny. Huh?
Yeah, that's your pubic hair wig.
Yeah, but I've got it on my chin. It's mental.
Is it purple or green, or do you go? All right, hitting play.
Christmas heads to Sin City.
Because there wasn't anybody else fighting this war on Christmas. I'll take kudos for that.
War on Christmas. And John, you've got a book with that title.
Yeah, I did write a book about it, and I thought maybe we'd be done with it.
And the war on Christmas may be worse than ever.
As long as Happy Holidays exists, there will always be a war on Christmas. What is this? Oh, Kevin's dropped out. Where did Kev go? Let's see if he comes back. Come back, Kev. This is going to be a really short show otherwise. It's mostly your drunkenness is the star of it. Well, he's not gone. He's not back. Now you guys can experience the weird Skype sounds that I hear when it's on the other side. When Kevin's like shouting at me, Kristi, are you there, Kristi?
Hello? Hello?
Hello, you're back.
Well, the last thing I saw was Mike Huckabee, so...
Oh, okay, well, you didn't miss much.
That's like the worst death ever.
Yeah, what was kind of funny was while you were gone, the Skype made all the kind of weird noises that I had to listen to last time that we did a show together, but nobody in the chat, of course, could hear that. And this time they heard all the weird Skype noises with me. So that was a thing. They came with me on a journey of Skype technical issues.
Well, it's a Christmas fucking miracle. Absolutely.
You're back. All right, so we're starting with Mike Huckabee again. He's going to talk to this Wangstain about of course, the war on Christmas, our theme for this segment.
Christmas. And John, you've got a book with that title.
Yeah, I did write a book about it, and I thought maybe we'd be done with it.
And the war...
Oh, sorry. You're right. It's not sharing because I turned this thing off because I get concerned that it's the sharing that's overloading your system. Sorry. So you missed Mike Huckabee again. Oh my gosh. Now people are going to have to watch him for a third time. That's going to be so sad for them. 3 times Mike Huckabee, guys. Sorry. There's nothing I could do about it. All right. So you see the Huck? Kevin? The bleeps. Yes, you guys heard the bleeps. Is Kevin gone now? They're screen sharing again? Oh, God. Oh, Skype sucks. All right, so it's a sharing thing. So now, if we have that off, let's see if waiting long enough we'll hear more weird sounds. While Kevin's there it goes again.
Oh, okay, I'll put the lead in there, so it should be okay.
You put the
I
lead.
was using the Wi-Fi.
Oh. So, right.
Well, I don't know why that would affect me, because it's you that's playing the thing anyway.
Well, I think it might be that there's more stuff going on coming through with video and audio, so it might overload it.
That's what I said.
Yeah, but it's always better to go hard. You always,
Yeah, like I say, a whiskey dick is saying it's not happening.
Your hard line though.
Yes, my hard line.
All right.
Something erection.
Boy, you were unamused by that joke.
I'm phoning it in. I'm too drunk to think of things. So
just sarcasm now.
Oh, look at him. He looks like someone's drawn a face on a bollock.
I do think that Charlie Kirk looks like someone drew a face on a thumb.
Yeah. Not just that, but not to scale. Look, it's a tiny face on a big thumb.
Yes. Like someone, just like thought the thumb was just the middle print right there, or the face was just the middle bit of your thumb bit, and just put it all right there. Okay, so I was touching my thumb, so I got.
Well, thank you for telling me that. Yes.
All right, hitting play, third time, Mike Huckabee.
But that title.
Yeah, I did write a book about it, and I thought maybe we'd be done with it.
And the war on Christmas.
I guess, and that's when I said, as long as there's happy holidays, there will always be a war on Christmas.
Yeah. So the fact that other people exist is a problem for these people.
Pretty much.
What a surprise. What a fucking surprise.
You just have to say the phrase that the master race wants to hear. We have to all bow down for their particular holiday. Even though they don't do that for anybody else.
No.
Okay, hitting play.
We'd be done with it.
And the war on Christmas may be worse than ever.
There is an attack on Christmas, which is kind of the tip of the spear when it comes to an even greater battle brewing.
They mock the idea there is a war on Christmas,
yes,
even as they wage it.
They're onto us, Jester.
What was the thing he was... The left's new target is Rudolph? That Rudolph cartoon was weird.
I've been shooting at him.
Don't shoot at Rudolph. Well, you couldn't hit him anyway because he's magic. But
no, but it's an easy target.
That Rudolph thing. Once you watch it as an adult,
who wants some reindeer burgers? Who doesn't want reindeer meat for Christmas?
Oh, Kevin, you just want to be hated. Well, yeah. What do you think happens? They can't feed him all for a whole year.
And then we can have Baby Yoda for fucking dessert.
Kevin wants all the smoke tonight. He wants all the haters. He doesn't want a channel anymore.
Well, that's not going to happen. It's not going to survive through 2020, so I don't give a fuck.
All right, so hitting play.
Agent.
It's like the secret bombing of Cambodia. It was a secret from everybody except the people getting bombed. Same deal here.
What the?
It's exactly the same deal as the bombing of Cambodia.
People were getting bombed in secret. The people who knew they were getting bombed were the ones who were getting bombed. So what are they saying? The Christians on Fox aren't broadcasting to the world that there's a war on Christmas? It's a secret war on Christmas? What?
It is. It is a secret war on Christmas. Almost like it's an invisible, non-existent war on Christmas.
Exactly.
And people need to crawl out of their own anuses at some point.
I think my own brain just tried to twist itself out of my skull to think what that was supposed to mean. Oh, man.
I'm not sure where his forehead ends and his hair begins. There's a gradient, but I'm not sure.
You're right. I think you're right. It's very much a gradient. It's a hard gradient, but it's very difficult to see.
Or he's completely fucking bald and he's just got a big weird head. I don't know.
Maybe he's related to Charlie Kirk.
Maybe. Is that Grandpapa Kirk?
Could be. All right, here we go.
Same deal here.
A new front in the war on Christmas.
Long Island, New York is ground zero for this year's first battle in the war on Christmas.
But not just in America. The war on Christmas is a global struggle.
The PC police firing off their first shot in this year's war on Christmas.
We wish you a happy holiday. We wish you a happy holiday.
Right. The reason for the season.
And more victims in the...
Oh no, we lost Kev again. Apparently doing the hard line didn't help. What's been going on with the Skypes? To figure something else out. So now we've got to wait for the beeps. Everybody, are you counting down? Maybe he'll just drop back in this time. Nope, there's the beep. And then there'll be a little bit of pause. And maybe another...
Hello.
Hey, there you are.
You missed a really good joke as well.
What was your
When
joke?
he said they've opened up a new front on the war on Christmas, I said I'm one of the veterans of the Eastern Front on the war on Christmas.
It's all quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah.
Oh, man, this is depressing. If a little...
For whom the jingle bells toll. That's a fucking good joke. Very well.
Yes.
I was going to say, do you know what I've got you for Christmas, Krista?
No, what did you get me for Christmas?
My friendship.
Aw.
And that's the best gift anyone can ever have, because I'm fucking awesome.
I'll treasure it always.
Do you know what I got for Christmas?
What?
The love of Jesus, which is fucking worthless.
Yeah, earlier in the night you kind of mixed up what holiday was being celebrated, so I don't think you and Jesus are so close.
It's Whitsun. It's fine.
It's some kind of weirdly named after a saint or something. So it seems like we keep dropping out every time we go toward a video. So what do you want to do here?
Just fucking carry on. I don't.
You're just losing the will at this point.
No, I'm good, man. Go for it.
All right, okay. You don't mind the technical difficulties.
Do whatever the heckity flip you feel, because I don't care.
Are you gonna fall asleep in the middle of the stream?
No, I'm not gonna fall asleep because I'm high on Columbo, so I'm all good. I'm living my best life.
You've got the Peter Falk power in you.
He always gets he always gets his man. Go on, Columbo.
Oh, Cassiopeia says, I belly laughed at for who the jingle bell tolls. So you got somebody who is paying attention. You got someone who...
Well, thank you. You're right to belly laugh. That is a fucking good joke.
To be fair, occasionally I have to run the show, and I get a little bit distracted. So I'm not 100% there for you, Kev. Sorry. But the chat is.
I assume you're not listening.
What?
Exactly.
All right, so we're going to try this again. Maybe if I make this screen smaller, I don't know. I don't think that'll make any difference, but let's make a change.
War on Christmas. Attacks on Christmas.
The war on Christmas doesn't exist. Obviously, you know that. You'd have to be a moron or some kind of Fox News viewer to think there's a war on Christmas.
Wow. Well, that was spot on. Yes. Yeah, all those things are true. That, but unironically. Oh, God's sake. There is a poor network connection. Tell me about it. So I've once again unscreen shared. And now we have to count down. This is literally intolerable. I don't know what to do about this. Yada yada yada. Oh, there's the beep. And where's Kev?
Hello.
There you are.
Yeah. Right. I had tabs open. I forgot I had tabs open. It's all right.
Okay, you have a Dropbox too? You need to shut that down or anything?
What?
You have Dropbox running? Anything like that? No?
No, I just had tabs.
Just tabs.
I was listening to some silly songs, so.
All right. Okay. What songs were you listening to?
Oh God. Songs from my youth, from a group called Spine Shank.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
I never heard of them.
I was a little prick. Anyway, so I was just having a little that's the nostalgia. Oh.
Yeah, and screwing up the Skype now. Who knows if that even was it?
Well, it was just like they'd stopped playing, but I just left the tabs open because I'm a dick.
Did you hear Tucker Carlson speaking exact truth?
Well, every time he speaks exact truth, so yes.
I think you missed this last one because I would like to hear you react to it. Mike Huckabee said something Mike Huckabee-ish, and then we get on to Tucker.
On Christmas.
The war on Christmas doesn't exist.
Is Tucker Carlson worse than cancer? I don't know.
Yeah, I think in the aggregate, probably not as bad as cancer. But is he like cancer on television? Yes, that I would say. Is he like a cancer on the integrity of reporting and news?
I feel like, yeah, once you've discovered a Tucker Carlson like a bump on part of your body, go to your doctor.
Yes.
Because you need to get that shit excised.
All right. So here we go.
Obviously, you know that. You'd have to be a moron or some kind of fuck.
Oh, damn it. Sorry, like I said, a lot of things to run with
You're
the video
the
and the
sober
audio.
one. What the fuck, man?
Oh, yeah, I'd like to see you try this.
Well, I've tried sober, and we know it's fuckery. Because, it's me.
Well,
but this is you. You're better than this.
Normally.
I expect better than this from you, Kristi. I expect nothing from me. Jesus.
Only complete perfection all the time. You still there? Are you gone already? Just turning it on sent him off. Come on. Oh, God. Yes, we know there's a poor network connection. I'll stop sharing. So Tony's not a big fan of spine shank, huh? Yeah, we're trying to reconnect. Maybe we're gonna have to go to Discord. Hey, you're back. Just putting it on screen share was enough this time. I didn't even have to run the video.
Oh, wow. Okay.
How was it on Discord? Did you keep getting booted off of that?
No, it was cool on Discord.
Well, we might have to try that in future, because this is intolerable.
Well, should we flip over to Discord now? Do we know how to do that?
Possibly, if you can be entertaining. I can...
I will be entertaining, Kristi. I will tell all of the people about stuff.
Alright, I'll try to get to my Discord from here.
Okay. Well, I mean,
and then
Christmas is a time of year where we celebrate the birth of a great man, a visionary who thought he could do magic. And people thought he was magical. And he had great hair. Merry Christmas, Sir Isaac Newton. He was born on Christmas Day.
Oh, was he?
He was indeed.
Ah, right. Yeah. Okay. I see.
And another famous English scientist / bit of trivia. Did you know that Charles Darwin and Abraham Lincoln were born on the exact same day?
I did not know that.
That is true. They were born on the same day.
Is this a pub quiz? Drunk Kevin talking now?
Yes. Those are my birthday bits that I've got for you. That's all I know.
All right, yeah, I'm there.
And there's the Mexican guy, Jesus of Nazareth. That guy.
I've got Discord up and I can call you.
Call me on Discord. I've got my Discord up.
All right, I'm gonna end this call then. So for right now, goodbye.
No.
I didn't even let him say goodbye. I just hung up on him. Bam, hung up on him. Ooh, did you hear that? I think it's ringing. Hello. Nice. Okay. Well, there's a lot of background noise, but talk.
Oh, can you hear the background noise on this one?
No, it's... What are you... Were you unwrapping a Hawaiian skirt? What was that?
What was what?
There was this really intense wrapping noise. Like you were...
I burped.
No, I heard that.
That was the first noise I made, was a big burp. Is that what you mean?
Well, no, we heard that, but now when you talk, there's sort of a rustling around your voice. All right, I have to make sure this is actually even going out, because I've never used it.
Is this going out? I don't even know.
Yeah, it is.
I'll have a look at my settings on Thingamajig and see if it's...
Yeah, you're going. I can see your desktop audio thing is going. So, yeah, that works.
Microphone...
Okay, so... Then this is... Are you still there? What happened to him? He was talking... Yeah.
Is my microphone working?
Intermittently it's working. It was much better before. I don't know if you had your array up then, but your mic... I see. Okay, so people on the air can't see it, but Kevin is occasionally going off.
I was born.
There we go. We just need to turn your mic up a lot, or you need to get much closer to it.
I'm literally right next to it.
Well,
I couldn't get.
No, this is also not good. You keep cutting out. You cut out too. Oh, this sucks. Why is it that such a problem when we do this on mine? You can go on with like 4 alt-light people and it doesn't work. What about camera?
Okay.
I heard you for a second. Are you on push to talk?
I don't think so.
Maybe check your settings and don't have push to talk. Well, it should be voice activity.
Video. It's on voice activity, yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know why it would be doing that.
Me neither. Maybe if I bring my input sensitivity down? I don't know if that makes it more or less likely I'll hear you.
Why? So, does that work at all better?
I put my...
Kristi?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me back?
Hello?
You can't hear me now. This is great. Can you hear me now? This is stupid. This is just really stupid. I'm going to call you back on...
This is stupid, yes. Absolutely it is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to call you back on Skype because at least then I can talk to you. So I'm going to hang up now. This is the worst Christmas show ever.
It's not worse than last year when I got fucking swatted. That was worse.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But that wasn't during our show. That was just the thing I did.
You were doing a live stream when it happened, right?
Yeah.
Well, now it's kind of working. And now it's not anymore. God, I hate this. All right. You're just cut off completely. So I'm going to... Why does it say start a voice call? I'm already in a voice call. Oh, for fuck's sake. This thing is stupid. Sorry, everybody. I don't know how we're going to deal with these ongoing problems of Skype being crap and Discord also not being a solution. Like, I really don't even know how to keep this show going if these aren't going to work. Oh, Google Hangouts. Oh, God. I'm just going to turn it down from you guys. You really don't need to hear it because it's still going on. All right, there he is. Hey, Kevin. Hey. Can you hear us?
Christmas is ruined.
Christmas is ruined.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. God. I think we're going to have to go back to Google Hangouts.
No. I refuse. They've jilted us at the altar. So, no.
Skype sucks. Discord was a nightmare. What this was the best Christmas show ever. Maybe you're drunk too. Sash, you have to be drunk to think this is entertaining. I was doing like tech tests on air.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So anyway, do you wanna? I think we've been going for only 45 minutes. We might have to even drop out fast because I'm just losing the will here myself.
Well, let's just try and see if YouTube will work better.
All right, so we'll try Sargon and impeachment on like the lowest stream possible.
Because I did talk to him about this on the stream last night.
Oh, and, yeah? What did he say?
Well, what do you think he fucking said? He trotted out the same shit that all the Republicans do. But I definitely punctured some holes in the story. Like I literally asked him, well, why was the money withheld 91 minutes after the call? I don't know. No, he literally just couldn't answer the question.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way. I don't know is not an answer. All right, we're gonna take it down to the fuzzy level of fuzzy here. And
but his amazing visuals won't look as crisp. All the effort he's put into the production, Kristi. Good lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's very basic.
Yes, he is.
Yes. All right. Okay. I'm very, very curious as to how he's going to spin this. So you said it's a bunch of GOP talking points. So that's sad because I would wish he'd do some at least original crap coming up with. But obviously, we're not going to get through 17 minutes. So no.
I'm going through all of the Trump impeachment stuff that I can find, and there's a lot of noise that you've got to sift through to get to what I think are sort of firm data points. And I realise there are going to be a lot of Americans in the audience who listen to this and go, well, yes, you've caught up with us finally. But I didn't want to just go for Republican sources because, you know they're going to be biased in favour of Trump.
Why?
I'm a supporter of Trump.
That's never stopped you in the past.
That's true.
Literally, you went for his definition of communism, you went to the Heritage Foundation? Like, fucking hell, man, that's a joke.
And also, okay, so anyway, what he means is Fox News and Alex Jones when he talks about Republican, Rush Limbaugh, that kind of stuff. That's not news, those are opinion. Anyway.
I'm trying to keep as much objectivity with this as I can. And right. I don't want to go for just Democrat sources because they're obviously going to be leaving
when he says he's trying to keep as open-minded as he can. What's the title of this video again?
Yeah. Trump impeachment is a farce, I think.
Yeah, he's so unbiased in all of this. This is such a level-headed response.
Also, there's not a Democratic media out there. I mean, I guess you could say, Young Turks is very far left of, the left wing of the Democratic Party. That's out there. But New York Times is not for the Democrats. Washington Post. Those are just fact reporting news outlets that also carry opinion pieces, but they carry opinion pieces from lots of different people. So what Carlos is saying is he's not looking at facts because facts have a liberal bias, have a left bias.
Yeah.
All right.
Large parts of the story. And so I thought, right, okay, I'll try the BBC. That was a mistake, wasn't it? This article that was released a couple of days ago.
Smuggler chuckles.
Yeah. Yes. Why would the BBC be a mistake? I mean, I thought that, he would like the BBC more these days.
Yeah, apparently not.
Not when they report facts, I guess.
No, because it's television communism.
Right. Okay.
Just the worst thing you've ever seen. So Donald Trump has now been impeached and faces the next stage of the process, which could, with enough support in Congress, see him removed from office. What is he accused of doing? Trump is accused of pressuring Ukraine to dig up damaging information on one of his main Democratic challenges for the presidency in 2020, Joe Biden and his son, Hunter. Hunter worked for a Ukrainian company when Joe Biden was U.S. vice president.
What they should put in that first paragraph is, it is against federal law to solicit anything from a foreign donor to aid your campaign if you're running for any national office. The BBC should have put that. When he did wrong is break federal law. Not just that he did it, that what his action was a violation of federal law. So, boo on the BBC for bad contextual reporting.
Kristi, attempting a crime is not a crime. That's why attempted murder isn't a crime. The fact that he didn't get away with it means it's not a crime.
Yeah, obviously.
It's fine.
Yeah. Okay, just want to throw that out there, that BBC did not do their job.
Attempted genocide is fine, as long as you don't completely kill all of the people, obviously, in Minecraft.
Yes, right. We've got your point. Thank you, Kev. So let's hear Carl's next gem. I guess from the BBC here, and what he's going to say about it.
That's a bit of an interesting sticking point that we'll get to in a second.
No, it's not.
The president is accused of dangling two things as bargaining chips to Ukraine, withholding $400 million of
To be fair, I've been accused of dangling two things as well. An ongoing legal matter, I can't comment any further.
Yeah, in this case, it's also against the law to offer a thing of value in exchange for an official act, which also hasn't been
my things were not of value, though, to be fair.
No, they're priceless.
Well, thank you. I'm touched, by which I mean not touching myself.
Right now. Okay, hitting play.
Ukraine that had already been allocated by Congress, and a White House meeting for UK's president. This, Democrats say, amounts to an abuse of presidential power, using the office for personal political gain and to the detriment of national security. Ukraine is using that money in its ongoing conflict with Russia. Mr. Trump's also accused of obstructing Congress by refusing to cooperate with the congressional inquiry, although no one really seems to be focusing on that one, so I'm guessing...
Well, no, they did focus on it. They noticed that he would refuse to produce documents or witnesses, and they tried multiple times, and even there are some court cases. So, I mean, just because Carl doesn't... There's been coverage. There has been coverage.
And not just that, but it was literally one of the articles of impeachment that was passed.
Yep.
So, I mean, when you say they didn't focus on it, when they voted through,
Yes.
they definitely focused on it, Carl.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, of course, he can't really speak in any defense to the obstruction of Congress.
No.
Because he's supposed to submit to congressional oversight. Bill Clinton did a DNA test. Nixon turned over the tapes.
Did he have any DNA?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, they complied with lawful subpoenas issued by Congress, and Trump hasn't. And Sargon can't defend that because there's just literally no defense of it.
His DNA complied with congressional subpoenas? What?
His donation of it.
He donated some DNA, did he?
That's what
I've done that. Well, onto address, apparently.
Yes, onto address as well. Okay.
That's funny. That's funny because he cheated on his wife.
All right, hitting play.
That's not really a big deal. Okay, so that essentially
Again, it is a huge deal. It was an article of impeachment, but we'd already covered this, so I'll just hit play again.
He is, and in some way, blackmailing the president of the Ukraine. It was alleged that there was quid pro quo, but the president of Ukraine came out and said that there was no quid pro quo. So they come out about this.
And you can always trust what politicians say.
Yeah, especially when they are still waiting for the remainder of the aid to be released.
Yeah, not just that, but you can always trust a politician, especially when they back up the thing you already believe.
And we also know that the Ukrainians were freaking out trying to figure out what the hold on the aid was. So
yeah, well, I literally pointed out to him that Zelensky's actions belie the nonsense of his statement, because if he didn't think that was the case, why was he literally trying to set up the interview with Fareed Zakaria?
Yep.
Which the announcement would be taking place.
Yep.
The deliverable, quote unquote.
Yep. And also he was talking to U.S. senators about this. You know, Ron Johnson knew about this. So,
Ron Johnson's definitely like a made-up generic American name.
He is
Senator Ron Johnson and John
he is
Ronson.
a bit like a Stepford senator.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm hitting play.
Using a rough transcript of this call. Now, I looked through this call, and as far as I can tell, and from other sources
He's not mentioned federal law yet.
He doesn't fucking know that such thing exists.
Right. Okay. So this needs a debunking video. That'd be easy. Okay.
read seems to be this paragraph here that contains the problem. Specifically, I would like you to do us a favor, though, because our country has been through a lot and Ukraine knows a lot about it. Now,
keep going.
That does sound as if he is speaking...
Because he's going to bring up CrowdStrike. Keep going, Carl. Don't just stop there. Read it in context. Oh, wait, he doesn't read the more past the headlines.
Yeah, that's the headline.
That's a headline.
You don't need any more than that.
That's the phrase he saw, so that's the phrase he found, and he didn't read any further.
The Commander-in-Chief of the United States, our country, do us a favor. It doesn't sound like he's talking about himself. It does sound like he is talking
about his campaign.
Yeah, us doesn't mean the entirety of the United States, does it? And also, when he says a favor, that doesn't sound like something you would actually use for an official foreign policy thing.
No, because that would be official foreign policy. It wouldn't be a favor. Yeah.
About the United States as a political entity. Now, it could be that would be my interpretation, which I suppose you could call a charitable one, because I think Donald Trump is doing a good thing, even if he does a lot of silly things and offends a lot of people in the process. But honestly, that's kind of why I like him.
He's doing a good thing?
An uncharitable.
What is he trying to build a wall?
Carl's full of shit. That basically Carl's a white supremacist, as we all know. So,
yeah, he's a perfect Republican these days.
Interpretation, I suppose, would be when he says, I would like you to do us a favor, he means me and my team or the Republicans against the Democrats.
Ooh, there you
go. But I don't think there's really enough here to suggest that, because he doesn't ever say anything else like that. He says, I would like you to find out what happened with this whole situation with Ukraine. They say CrowdStrike.
And what is CrowdStrike?
Carl doesn't know.
Yeah. It's a conspiracy that the DNC hid their own servers in the Ukraine, and that they hacked themselves and they set Russia up.
And physically washed them with bleach.
Yes.
That's how you do it. You scrub them with bleach.
The favor he's talking about is a political favor. It's definitely a partisan favor.
Well, I did. The point I made to these fucking slack-jawed goons last night was that when they were going to, it's about corruption. He's trying to fight corruption.
What?
And I had to point out, A, he literally just got fined $2 million for stealing money from a fucking kids charity. The man isn't fighting corruption, he is corruption.
Yeah.
But the second point, which I think is most telling to this and pertinent to this, is that I literally asked them, name one other person he's ever asked to be investigated for corruption by any foreign government.
Silence.
Yeah, and they couldn't answer a single person. And not just that, but the obvious example, again, I asked them, name me another example ever where a foreign leader would announce the investigation, therefore giving the criminal a head start ahead of the investigation into corruption, ever. They couldn't answer.
Yep. He didn't ask them to start the investigation. He just wanted the announcement.
Yeah. It was to smear a political opponent.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, Joe Biden's corrupt. And I said, well, it doesn't really matter if he's corrupt in this particular regard. What he did is still wrong. Even if Joe Biden and his son are guilty as fuck, what he did was clearly wrong.
Yeah, the fact, even if Biden was guilty, that doesn't change what Trump did. But I still, other than corruption, which is a vague term, like they don't name Ukrainian law, they don't name a finance law. They just point to him saying that he got involved as part of his role as vice president as official U.S. policy alongside other European countries and some financial institutions to take that position that the prosecutor should get removed so that companies like Burisma would be investigated. Like, it doesn't even make sense. The complaint was he wasn't doing investigations fast enough. And removing him would have actually made Burisma more likely to be investigated.
Yeah.
None of it makes sense. But anyway.
I guess you have one of your wealthy people, the server, they say Ukraine has it. So as far as I'm aware, this goes back to the 2016 election where there was alleged tampering or hacking of Hillary Clinton's server or something like that. Something that happened years ago now, before Trump was even president, in fact. There are a lot of things that went on. The whole situation, I think you're surrounding yourself with some of the same people. I would like to have the Attorney General call you or your people. I would like to get to the bottom of it. As you saw yesterday, with the whole nonsense ended with a very poor performance of a man named Robert Mueller, the incompetent performance, but they say a lot of it started with Ukraine. Whatever you can do, it's very important that you do it if it's possible. And Zelensky goes on to agree. Now, throughout this document, Zelensky is totally happy to talk to Trump. He does not sound from...
The guy has his money.
Yeah, I did try and explain the concept of a power imbalance to Carl. He didn't seem to really get it, to be honest. I kept saying, if a guy literally has you by the bollocks, you're going to be happy to talk to the guy because he could rip your balls off at any moment.
He's in a hot war and he wants to buy U.S. javelins to fire at Russians.
Yeah. Well, I literally said that if it's a choice between talking to Trump or Vladimir Putin walking in and I think I said something silly like, take your house and fuck your wife or something, tomorrow, then you talk to Trump and you do the interview on CNN and you stop your country collapsing because you're the president of the fucking country.
Yes, Carl's so dim at this point.
Yeah.
All right.
In the transcript, like a man who is being blackmailed or bribed or pressured or anything like that, it sounds like they're having actually quite a very friendly conversation, because it sounds like they're both quite populist leaders, because as I understand it, Zelensky was a comedian before he got elected, and he got elected on an anti-corruption ticket in the same sort of drain the swamp.
Yeah, and now he's being asked a favor by the U.S. president to dig up dirt on his political opponent.
And interestingly, Carl, it's fascinating because they tried to claim he was a right-wing populist. And I literally asked them, well, what policies does he have, Carl? Couldn't answer. Now, to be fair, I don't even know what Vladimir Zelensky's policies are. I'm not a massive... Yeah. Exactly. I don't claim to know anything about Ukrainian politics, really. But the point being, they tried to claim that. Interestingly, having fought and won on an anti-corruption ticket, Zelensky is now viewed, rather understandably, as a little bit corrupt, because he's had to be, because Donald Trump made him be.
Yep. Which plays into whose hands?
Yeah, Vladimir Putin. Surprise, surprise. He literally made an anti-corruption president corrupt. So he made the world more corrupt, not less. Well done.
Yep. And this gets right into the whole thing about national security and why he's a danger to national security. Because if he's doing these side deals, then other countries will want to do these kinds of side deals with him. And then that's about like money and digging up dirt on your political opponent, not about U.S. national security.
Yeah, and all these side deals, it's actually really interesting about Cenk Uygur. The right still go on about him, and I'm not a massive fan at all of Cenk, but they're going about he used to deny the Armenian genocide, which is a fair point to bring up. He did used to. But the thing is, he's now accepted it, whereas Donald Trump literally came out the other week because he doesn't want to. Again, is there a dictator he doesn't hate, doesn't love, and is there a democratic leader he does love? It's very strange. He doesn't want to piss off Erdogan, the Turkish leader, so he literally came out and said that the Armenian genocides weren't a genocide.
Yeah.
Cool. So the very thing they'll attack Cenk Uygur for used to believe, they'll now support a candidate for president who actually does believe that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, well, Cenk's prior comments, if he owns them and apologizes for them, good. Like that's why people yelled at him to do that. So I'm not going to say, oh, he shouldn't be elected, but he doesn't live in the district from what I understand. And I do think that kind of carpetbagging doesn't go over well. You got to put down roots somewhere and make a connection with the community. They don't kind of parachute candidates in the States. There's a residency kind of requirement. So anyway.
Not true, because Barack Obama was born in Kenya, as we know from Alex Jones. So clearly that's not true.
And Donald Trump. The only thing I think I've ever seen him apologize for. And say he was wrong.
Yeah.
He probably regrets that.
Yeah, almost certainly. But anyway.
Anyway, yeah. So here's Carl getting the basics just completely.
Also, 420 laser.
What's and the clock? Got it. Took me a second. All right, play.
Thing that he even quotes here, well, yes, to tell the truth, we're working on we want to drain the swamp here in our country, bring many new people, and you are a great teacher to us in that. And he said, that's very nice of you. You are absolutely right. Not only 100%, but actually 1,000%. I can tell you the following, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't seem like there's any pressure being put on Zelensky here. He seems thrilled to be talking to Trump. They seem to have a lot in common, and they seem to quite like each other, given this conversation.
What he's saying is, well, yeah, they got, I can't believe that, the sexual assault took place because I saw the two people earlier and they're getting along just fine.
Well, I was going to use a slightly different sex analogy. And don't take this the wrong way because we're very sex positive on this show, but if you pay a hooker, she'll pretend to be interested in you, or he, or they, yeah. That person / people will pretend to be sexually interested in you. And Vladimir Zelensky is in a very similar situation where, in order to survive, politically rather than literally afford food, I suppose, he's having to pretend to give a fuck about Donald Trump when clearly he doesn't want to, because as soon as that money was released, all of a sudden he wasn't so fucking interested in following through with what Trump had said.
Yeah, it's pretty clear that
I saw a great interview with Fareed Zakaria, the guy who was going to be the unknowing patsy of an interviewer for this whole scheme, literally saying that they were really, really positive about the interview until one day when all of a sudden they literally couldn't get hold of anyone in the Ukrainian government anymore. And it wasn't until all this information came out and they realised that it was literally the day the money was released, all of a sudden CNN couldn't get hold of anyone in the Ukrainian government. Surprising.
Yep. Oh, by the way, Carl fails to mention that Zelensky also mentioned staying in a Trump hotel. He's clearly sucking up to the guy throughout the entire conversation. It's not friendly. It's patronage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't see any clear-cut line where you could say this is Trump using political pressure. And I don't think you can reasonably say this is necessarily against one of his political opponents. Because, did we know when this was done?
Can I just point out none of this matters? Because if Trump asked for information on a political, just solicited it, even if it wasn't delivered, even if the other person was happy to give it, Him merely asking for it was a federal crime. Just asking for that kind of foreign help on your campaign is a federal crime. Carl should know that. I think I'm going to have to do a rebuttal video and explain that to him.
That Biden was going to be running anyway, and I mean, it does seem that if there are people hacking the servers of American politicians, and apparently it's taking place in Ukraine.
No, it's not. It's Russia, you tool, Putin.
Yeah.
You're literally repeating Putin's talking points. No, 17 intelligence agencies concluded it was Russia. The Senate investigation concluded it was Russia. It was Russia. They have a whole company, the Internet Research Agency. They're trolls. Their bots are on Twitter right now as we speak. It was Russia. You ninwit. All right.
I would like you to. I'd like to have the Attorney General call you or your people, and I would like to get to the bottom of it. That I mean, I've heard Democrats saying, "Well, why didn't you get the Attorney General to do it?"
Because it's not an Attorney General issue. It's actually should go to the National Security Council first.
Yeah.
Because it's U.S. foreign policy, and then they would get the Attorney General involved. You can't go around your national security, infrastructure when you're dealing with another country. You just can't send your heads of states willy-nilly and your foreign service people not know about it.
Yeah, but I've got nothing else to add there.
Yeah,
That's correct.
Okay.
That is just correct.
Okay.
Well, he seems to be arranging that. I mean, I don't know. I'm no expert, right? I don't know. I'm trying to...
What?
Smugly chuckles.
Oh, yes. Always. Always.
Work it out for myself.
Fucking hell.
Could
you huff your fucking own farts any harder, you cuck?
Okay, are you done?
I'm never done.
No, that's true.
When it comes to shouting abuse at Carl, I'm never.
But in the bedroom?
Well, he is my filthy whore, yeah.
Okay.
See what the Democrats are getting their panties in a bunch about. And it seems like they've totally shot their wad on this one, because I don't think this is particularly persuasive.
There were only how many hours of testimony he's not looked at?
Yeah, he's literally just read one BBC article. Well, part of one BBC article. So he's well researched.
Carl. I'm going to have to do a rebuttal video to this.
Please do, and I'll send it to him, because I did have to get a little job. Well, I got a few jibes in him last night, but because there's a few of them, I couldn't be too ridiculous, because I thought, well, they might... Like, it would be easy for them to just fucking...
Should have invited me on.
Oh, I thought you were in bed, because it was quite late.
Well,
and you're an hour further ahead.
That's true.
And what was I going to say? Yeah, I said to him about... I mentioned we were doing stuff on the show.
Yeah.
And I said I'd do a show with Kristi Winters, who's your you're a little bitch of or something, or you're a little bitch or something, and he didn't like that.
But it's true.
It's true, Carl. You are, mate. Kristi carries you around in her purse like a little chihuahua.
A squirrel chihuahua.
Yeah.
Okay, hitting play.
To the average American, I mean, if they look at this, I don't think they're thinking Donald Trump is a threat to national security. Donald Trump is, playing hardball politics with the president of Ukraine. It just looks like a regular conversation. It doesn't look like anything special. And so it's weird that the House of Representatives under Nancy Pelosi have decided not to actually send the articles of impeachment.
So is he just going to skip over all the actual evidence that was presented at the hearings?
Well, they did this. He brought this article up last night, actually, as well. And he was like, well, technically, it's not impeachment until there's something, which I don't know if that's true. One Bloomberg article isn't really enough for me. I'd need to hear from actual constitutional lawyers and stuff. But anyway, even if it is true, that doesn't mean anything. It just means that she's going to delay the actual impeachment till January or something. Like,
the House voted he's impeached.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. There's nothing in the Constitution that says how long it takes between when the articles have to be sent over. There's no deadline. There's no 2-week waiting period. There's nothing. They're making it up as they go. And the thing is that right now, Nancy Pelosi knows that Donald Trump is impatient, and she knows that Mitch McConnell wants to call no witnesses, but Trump does want to call witnesses, and the Democrats want to call witnesses. So why would she hand over, as soon as she handed over the articles, Mitch McConnell can do whatever he wants with them. And right now he's not negotiating with Chuck Schumer on the rules of the trial because he wants to...
Although he did bend ever so slightly. I don't know if you saw his comments a couple of days ago about after they hear the initial statements, they might be open to having some fact witnesses.
I don't believe Mitch McConnell. Okay.
No, I don't believe it. But the fact that he's at least even given that rhetorical bit of ground shows that he's under pressure.
Probably. See, the way that it worked in the last two cases was that they were working with the materials of the special investigators. What do you call those? What was Bob Mueller? A special prosecutor?
The super grand master.
Yeah, well, one of those special investigators. Yeah. And they had a chance to interview all the witnesses. And so all the witness testimony was already in the files when it was presented to the Senate. So what they did in the last two times was that they had the opening statements, and then they had the case presented by the House side and then the president's side for defense. And then after they heard that, they took a vote on whether or not to hear from witnesses. And what I think McConnell wants to do is go, well, we'll just do it like we did last time. They'll get everything out, and then they'll not hear witnesses. And they'll just shut it down. So Chuck Schumer wants promises saying we're going to hear from witnesses because we still haven't heard from Don McGahn or from Mick Mulvaney or a bunch of other people who work, Mike Pompeo. So it's not equivalent to what they had last time because last time people participated in the investigations by testifying to Congress or to the special prosecutor.
Or to Dave.
So Nancy Pelosi's like, well, I don't have to send you the articles. And that kind of strengthened Chuck Schumer's hand because she's saying, I want a fair trial. I'm not going to hand over these indictments if I think that the jury is already bought and paid for by the defendant. I want there to be a fair trial. So that's the source of the tension between them. But I mean, the Congress is out now anyway, so nothing would get done because they're out till like the 6th of January.
Yeah, someone trolled Trump with that on Twitter about they should hand over the things, immediately. And someone said, well, you're really patient, Mr. President, and they're not back for another 2 weeks. I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah, and he's on the phone to Mitch McConnell 3 times a day.
Yeah, at minimum.
Yeah. He was tweeting about it on Christmas Eve.
Well, he doesn't celebrate Christmas because he's not actually a Christian.
No.
So.
By the way, let's take a little pause from Carl here. What did you do for Christmas Eve?
Massive wank.
Nice.
No, I did well. I mean, I didn't really do anything. I was tired from work and then got in, had a little sleep, and then, like I say, I did my Carl whispering and then the show last night and not a lot else. How about yourself? What do you get up to in Germany on Christmas Eve?
Well, I mean, actually, Cologne is really super quiet. I've had the window open.
No, it fucking isn't.
Yes,
no,
it is.
Isn't.
Have you heard that many cars tonight?
Oh, is it on Christmas? Oh, okay. I thought you just meant in general.
Oh, thanks, Gareth, for the $2. Thank you. You didn't say anything. 200. Woohoo! 200. I don't
200 Canadian cents.
Yes. I watched. I'm actually going to bring it up because I would highly recommend it. I think it's the best version of A Christmas Carol that there is. I think they take.
Unless we're talking the Muppets Christmas Carol, you can fuck off.
No. This is older than that.
Well, it's wrong. You're wrong then. It's not the best Christmas Carol.
Well,
it's the Muppet.
Okay, second best then.
Well, I did actually. I mean, I do have a very fondness because we had it on. Oh God, this is how old I am. We had it on cassette tape in my house.
Oh.
A video player. We used to put it in and play the Muppets Christmas Carol with Michael Caine as Scrooge and Kermit the Frog as Bob Cratchit and various other things. Yes, what was I going to say? Oh, sorry, lost the plot. Anyway, yeah. So they did a modern adaptation thing on the BBC, and it had some people of colour in it. Oh no, terrible! I know. It's all the man babies were up in arms, and I just had to point out to them. I didn't hear you complaining when those human characters were being played by felt Muppets, cockheads.
We don't even know what Gonzo is.
Yeah, exactly. When Gonzo was the narrator, I believe, of the story. Fucking Tiny Tim being played by Kermit's little frog nephew or whatever.
Yeah.
Mrs. Piggy's playing fucking Mrs. Cratchit. Like, oh, for fuck's sake, you dickheads.
Yeah. But this is my favorite one with Alistair Sim. And it was done, I guess, produced probably by Jack Warner. That was a test. What's this super chat button Kev doesn't have? Oh, that's because Kevin was demonetized. And you don't want to give me 200 Canadian dollars, Gareth.
How much is that? Is that a lot?
I think that's like a 200 American dollars. You can just do a refund in that or contact me. I will give you your money back. $2 is one thing. 200 is clearly an error. So I'm not going to honor that.
Yeah, you meant to be 2,000, clearly.
Yeah.
Hang on, let's Canadian. Hang on, I'll do it to English pounds, otherwise I won't understand your weird monopoly money currencies. Canadian dollar.
I'm going to guess about 150 quid.
To pound sterling. Here we go.
Can you refund this?
I did go. Report him. Report him to Google for being a ridiculously generous human being. Here we are, right. 59 pence, apparently. Hang on, so 200. Well, that's not 1,200, you dickhead. There we go. 117 pounds. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's clearly an error, Gareth. Take that back, but thanks.
Wow.
Get in touch with me. I hope we don't bounce any checks because...
No, let's buy some fucking Coke and have a good time. Fuck it.
What kind of Coke can you get for 117 quid?
Enough for a tiny person and a normal-sized person.
So you and your cats.
Or just me and you, because you're a tiny person.
Oh, how tall are you?
I'm 6'1".
No, you're not. Are you really?
I am, yeah.
Up on Tinder, I'm 6 foot. Really? Oh, yeah, you are pretty tall.
Yeah. Hang on, how tall are you then?
I'm like just under 5'4".
Fucking hell. That's, I mean, you're a good nipple-licking height.
I'll bring my cat tongue.
Please do.
So anyway, we're
if I recall Jordan Peterson playing Bob Cratchit. What?
No.
Oh, Kermit. Yeah, Kermit the Frog. Okay, I'm with you. I get the joke now.
Oh, right. Okay. So anyway, this one was done in, I guess, 1951, and it's very interesting because it's much deeper. It adds scenes and context and other things to the story that weren't in the Dickens story, but I think it fleshes him out as a character a lot more, and it also brings the themes of the Christmas Carol story out a lot more clearly.
True, but does it have Michael Caine as the only human?
It does not.
Film?
No,
Well,
everyone
fail.
in here is human, I guess, except for the goose at the end that gets cooked.
No, that was actually that was one of the great character actors of his day, playing a goose.
And I also love these old-timey special effects that they got going on with like transparencies and stuff.
Yeah, what I really do love about old stuff is the pacing of it, because it's so delightfully slow.
Yes.
I love it. I hate that there's something really annoying about when it's like an action film, you understand it's like sharp cuts and like different angles and zooming shots and pan shots and all this fucking shit. Whereas when it's just a story of a dude being haunted by ghosts, show me the two faces of the people and have two good actors telling me a fucking story, you lazy bastards.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, that's it. These guys carry it out. I mean, especially Alistair Sim as Scrooge. He really understates it. He makes him more of a bitter man than an angry man, if that makes sense. Yeah. And as such, he's not shouting all the time and he's not as loud, but he is very bitter, and he's also got moments where he's you can see his old personality coming through, and it's just kind of wonderful the way that then he connects the giddiness of some of his Ghost of Christmas Past scenes with how he behaves when he wakes up on Christmas Day. So anyway.
If there was one thing I could do, though, if I could time travel, I'd go back to Dickens and say, why do you name all your characters stupid names? They're all ridiculous.
Like Edward Drood and...
yeah, well, Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah.
Bob Cratchit. Fucking Pickwick. Like, none of these names exist. Anyway, sorry, go on.
That would be it. You'd go to a live performance of A Christmas Carol, and then in the Q&A at the end, you're like, yeah, Mr. Dickens.
I don't think he was doing Q&As after performances, if I'm honest.
It could have been. Or signing autographs outside the stage door after?
No, he was clearly doing Instagram live streams of the event.
Would you stalk him when he would go down to the coffee house?
Yeah, I'd watch him from a bush and touch myself. No, I'd just go, Chuck, walk and talk with me, bro. What's with the names, dickhead? What fucking currency is that?
But you have to say it.
Knock.
Peter Tor. Penis.
Penis, yes. But what is knock?
I don't know. Is that Norwegian?
North Korean.
I don't think it's North Korean.
Oh, it's probably Norwegian krona.
Yeah, the no crow.
But what's the no crow, for fuck's sake?
It's so crow and no crow, man.
What's so crow?
Like SoCal and no cal?
Yeah, but what's so crow?
Nothing. It doesn't exist, but I just flipping it like...
Well, you've embarrassed both of us then.
I'm just flipping it like California, man.
Okay, well, you're just making me Google weird fucking denominations of currency now.
That don't exist.
Norwegian wood is the first thing that comes up.
Which is a great song, by the way.
It is a good song, but it's not really pertinent to what I'm talking about here. Norwegian krona. It's 87 pence pound sterling, so only 50 was it? Okay. No, for fuck's sake, it doesn't delete the one. 50, hang on, 50 krona is £4.30.
Oh, thanks for that.
Oh, so it's 0.087 pound sterling.
Oh, that's
so it's
clear.
It's
now.
nearly 9 pence to the krona. Okay.
Oh, thanks for that.
Well, thank you to
Penis.
Peter Penis. Fuck it, they'll do.
Peter or Tor?
Peter Penis, yes. It's a traditional old Norwegian name, Peter Penis. Well, but we know that Peter Sweden is Norwegian, so... Did you know Peter Sweden has lived a minority of his life in Sweden?
The ethno-state migrants.
Exactly. He lived a lot of his life in Britain, which is hilarious. As a Swedish nationalist. Well done.
So
well done.
I would recommend everyone, as a palate cleanser, after we will go back to Carl, go watch the 1951 A Christmas Carol. Sorry.
Oh, so you're not actually going to play any of this?
No,
you just brought it up because it was fun.
Yeah.
Copyright 1951. Are they really going to?
Someone will probably copyright strike this. I'm just doing stills.
It's just stills. It's just stills.
Yes, but this is fair use. What we're doing to
Well,
Carl
from one crotchety old man that needs to be haunted by ghosts in order for him to not be a cunt anymore, to Carl, who's the same.
There we go. Let's go back to his amazing analysis, which he's not based in anything other than his own ass.
Yeah.
All right.
To the Senate, because it makes them look like they have nothing.
No,
this whole
Carl,
thing, as I said in the previous video I did about it, is clearly based on revenge, which is why they were, I mean, you saw like the squad, there's a video of the squad walking to conduct the vote, and they're thrilled. We're going to go impeach Donald Trump.
Yeah, we're going to hold a guilty man accountable. I mean...
Like the Romans at Easter. Yeah.
He's touched not any of the evidence presented. He's not even looked at it. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Well, no, you're going to vote to do it. You're going to vote that the representatives are going to do it. They're in favour of it. And then, as this Bloomberg opinion article states, by someone who's directly involved in the process, no, the impeachment only happens when it goes to the Senate and they ratify it.
No.
So
no, you stupid bastard! I don't know why I'm surprised, because he literally said this to us last night, and I had to explain to him. No, the impeachment happens in the House.
Yep.
Okay. That then gets passed to the Senate, where you need a 2/3 majority in order to remove from office. That's the trial. The impeachment happens. And I literally had to say to him, and finally they did actually accept it. I said, well, if it's the case that it needs to be ratified by the Senate, then Bill Clinton wasn't impeached. And they went, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're fucking idiots. Anyway.
Yes. It's just like when you are investigated for a crime and then you're charged. And then, based on those charges, you go on trial. It's the same fucking logic. It's the same process, but for a political office removal, as opposed to, having to meet a threreshold of reasonable beyond all doubt or whatever. mean, there's no jury trial. Like, it is a jury trial, but I don't think it's covered under, like, presumption of innocence and all that kind of stuff. It's not a criminal trial. It's about removing.
No, and you can't have things moved because they're inadmissible and things. It's not quite a court in that respect.
Right.
Like you can have significant opinions, and you won't be like, order. You can't have that in the court. Order in the court. No, it'll just be like, okay, well that person said a stupid thing. Never mind. No, the other person said a stupid thing. Okay, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, it's not like the justice is going to direct the jury to not disregard this information or anything like that. It's not how it works.
Exactly, you're badgering the witness. There isn't a fucking witness, you dopey cunt. He's not there. I mean, he could be there if he wanted to. He won't be.
Nope, and he won't let anyone else testify either. So
testify.
Another obstruction if he's not participating in the trial. So anyway, yeah.
To take it there, and they're not going to take it there because Mitch McConnell commands the Republicans command a majority in the Senate. As I'm sure you all know, but for anyone who doesn't, Mitch McConnell is the leader of the Senate, and he has essentially already come out and said, "Look, we're just going to shoot this down because we've got a healthy majority of like 20 odd Republicans."
Despite the fact that they have to take an oath to be an impartial juror.
Hang on, Carl. Did he just say they've got a majority of 20?
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, no. He's an idiot. No, I think he's heard. Yeah, he's heard that they need to get 20 Republicans
for the 2/3
to get the 2/3. But he's confused that in his stupid 7-year-old's mind as the Republicans have a majority of 20.
Oh, thanks for pointing that out because I missed that initially, and that's going to go in the correction video. I'll put you a little footnote on there.
Thank you. I'm nothing if not a footnote in actually intelligent people's stuff. That's cool.
All right, hitting play.
You can tell how much $200 Canadian is because it's still there.
Yes,
it's literally still there.
It's on fuego.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I don't speak foreign.
Right, foreignese.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god!
I don't foreign land. So
God, 7 minutes.
Well, 7 minutes in heaven is better than no minutes in heaven.
And as long as Skype is stable, let's keep going.
The Democrats.
Yeah. So it's clearly Twitter that's the issue, isn't it? Because YouTube has played perfectly.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Only a problem.
That's true. Not tonight, anyway. Yeah, so maybe it's Twitter videos. I just need to not bookmark them anymore. Find them a different way.
Oh, no.
Or I can download them into an MP4 and then just play them all.
Please do, Kristi. That sounds hot.
That's a lot of work, though. Anyway, hitting play.
Been almost entirely down the line partisan voting. There have been 3 Democrats that have gone over to the Republican side or abstained, Tulsi, but none of the Republicans have gone over to the Democrats.
Oh, yeah, Carl. Do you know what's the ultimate death knell for Tulsi Gabbard's presidential run?
Voting present?
Well, I said that to Carl last night. No, it was actually Carl endorsing her.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, no. I touched the thing. And we were
That's what she said.
All right. Oh, who really cares? Let's just go ahead, drop in at his dumbness somewhere. Okay.
I can see. And so Trump just comes out and goes, I want the Senate trial. And that's a ballsy move, right?
No, it's
because
not,
it looks...
because it's going to happen. God, you don't know anything about anything, do you, Carl?
No, he literally is just taking people he likes. He's just taking their word for it.
This is possibly the worst analysis of the Trump impeachment ever.
Yeah, ever.
Very possibly, like ever.
Yeah, he's clearly from someone that hasn't researched it at all. Although he has read the headline of a second BBC article, so
yeah,
checkmate a libtards.
Look at that, 2 headlines and a letter.
Well, part of a letter.
Part of a letter, yeah. He skipped over blah 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 blah, but
it's like
blah 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 blah. Goodbye, Mr. Zelensky. See, it's fine.
It was fine.
That's all you need. He said hello to him and then he said goodbye to him. Courtesy.
Yeah, he didn't blackmail him. I don't see anything wrong with this. All right, anyway.
It looks like that no one who didn't already hate Donald Trump with a burning passion would look at the transcript of his call and go...
That's not true. There were a bunch of Democrats who are in swing districts who took a very long time and then came out saying, I know that doing this might lose me my seat, but I'm acting out of conscience.
Yeah. I mean, why do you think it took so long? There was a lot of pressure on Nancy Pelosi for a long time to do the impeachment.
Yep.
And it wasn't until everyone was like, oh, actually, this is pretty fucked up, yeah. Okay, let's do this. And then she knew she had the votes and did it.
Well, also in her mind, she had a call with the president, and she asked him, Mr. President, did you do this? And he's like, yeah, it was a perfect call. She's like, you're done. Like, that's like, you just confessed to me that you've committed crimes. You've left me no choice now. I have to proceed.
Yeah. And that's not just that, but you can tell how, I mean, to use the right's phraseology, you can tell how much the GOP are now cooked to Donald Trump by the fact that, I don't know if you noticed, but there used to be a few Republicans who would come out and say, well, what the president did was bad, but it's not impeachable, which is at the very least a sort of defensible position. I don't agree with it, but is at least vaguely within the realms of
That's what
reality.
people were saying about Clinton.
Yeah.
Yeah, he perjured himself, but it was an unrelated matter on an affair, not a matter of national security.
Exactly, yeah. But Trump literally came out and slammed those people down. So you can't even come out and say what he did was wrong. He has to be absolutely perfect. He can't even admit that there was something slightly iffy about it, but it doesn't rise to the level of impeachment. That's how pathetically spineless the GOP are.
Yep. And also, if Trump was worried about corruption, he would have taken this through official channels, not done it on a private or not on a personal call.
And he wouldn't have stolen money from veterans charities and children's charities.
Yep. Okay, hitting play.
Go, this is him twisting the arm of the president of the Ukraine. I mean, the president of Ukraine just agrees with him completely. Yeah, I'll get on that. Let's figure out what this corruption was. Let's figure out if your email servers are hacked or whatever it is. He's totally in favor of it. So it's really bizarre. And so it looks like the Democrats are essentially like, right, okay, we're going to have to find other ways to get this done. And so it's like, maybe the courts could decide it. It's like, maybe you could just admit you've jumped the gun here. Maybe you can. I mean, I realize you can't. You've talked yourself up to this ledge. And if
he has no clue about anything.
No. Look, I could at least take him seriously if he'd read some stuff.
Yeah,
but he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know the basics of anything.
I can't even see what that source is.
The Republicans have a majority of 20. Well, you've discounted yourself instantly. You don't know the first thing at all. No. I think is that CNN?
I don't know.
Is that the red square at the little top left?
There's something up there. I can't really see it, though. I've got such a poor thing on in order to make it. Yeah, that didn't help at all. All right. Anyway, no.
Well, it doesn't matter. Who cares?
Okay, hitting play.
It's probably InfoWars or something.
Yeah.
If you come down now, it's a total humiliation. And if you jump, you're probably going to hit the pavement and not some soft landing.
What are you talking about?
Good luck. Good luck. That's all I'm saying.
Smuggly chuckles.
Honestly, everyone expects things to start moving in January. And mostly because Donald Trump can't wait. He's too impatient.
Yeah, the timing of it's perfect because over Christmas and New Year they can't do anything.
No.
So it's perfect. Just keep him sweating.
Yeah. Just let him call Mitch McConnell 3 times a day and see how
knows,
Mitch McConnell likes that.
He might declare war on Mitch McConnell by New Year's Day. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know with him.
Yeah, he'll probably ask one of his national security people, can we nuke Mitch McConnell?
I want Chuck Schumer to come out and say, I agree with the president. We need to hear from the witnesses.
For the 10th time, Mr. President, no, we cannot nuke a member of the Senate. Please stop. We've explained this to you. That is, at the very least, unkind.
Yeah, because, of course, Trump wants the Senate to call Hunter Biden and Joe Biden and Adam Schiff. But before they could do that, they'd have to vote to accept witnesses. And then on each witness, the Senate would vote. And it's very likely that Mitt Romney or Lisa Murkowski would not vote to call Adam Schiff, who can say nothing about the 2 charges, or Hunter Biden, who knows nothing about the 2 charges. So that's where they're trying to put him in that sort of pocket there with Mitch McConnell, to get Mitch McConnell to say, yes, let's have witnesses. That's all you need to know about what's going on. So, because they want a fair trial.
That's such a lovely British phrase. When I said keep him sweating, someone said keep him caps logging on the bog.
Caps locking on the bog?
The bug is a British phrase for the toilet. So basically, keep Trump caps logging on Twitter whilst he's taking a shit.
Nice.
Is the basic gist of the point there, which is, yeah, that's basically the case. let him go mental for a few days.
Yep. Okay.
Because for no other reason than and this is one of the reasons that the thing is good, regardless of whether you think it's going anywhere, is that it's pissing Donald Trump off, which in of itself is worth something.
Yeah. Again, because Mitch McConnell can't deal with him. He said he's hand in glove with the White House. So how long is he going to hold out on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've got Chuck Schumer, who's like, right, okay, they've stumbled into this quagmire, and Chuck Schumer's like, right, okay, so I want emails, I want as much evidence I can gather.
Yeah, the stuff that was denied the House.
Yeah.
This is the obstruction charge that you didn't want to deal with, Carl.
Well, yeah, why deal with the actual facts of the matter? It doesn't matter. Yeah, we don't know. We don't have the full story. Let's ignore why we don't have the full story. It doesn't matter.
One of the charges.
It's irrelevant. Let's just focus on the fact that we don't know all the evidence. So let's just let him off so we can kill some more brown babies at the border.
Let the white guy off. It doesn't matter if he's guilty.
Heck. Oh, it's such lols. Oh, cringe. Oh, for fuck's sake.
All right, hitting play.
Which, honestly, I mean, would surely come out of the trial if you took it to the Senate, wouldn't it? I mean, that's surely going to be... I mean, Mitch McConnell's not ruling out witnesses or anything. This will all surely come out in the trial.
No, that's exactly the problem. Just as he's saying he's not ruling out witnesses doesn't mean he's going to allow there to be witnesses.
Yeah. Again, it suits Carl's propaganda, though, to say, well, he's not ruling it out.
This is just literally 180 degrees backwards.
Yeah.
Why don't you just send it to the Senate so it could be put through the trial? I mean, that's
Carl,
the constitutional...
snobby chuckling isn't going to make it happen any quicker. I just wanted to tell you that because you seem to think, yeah, you seem to think that actually means anything, and it doesn't.
I'm going to say a wrong thing. I said a wrong thing. Let me say some more wrong things because I don't read.
If you smuckle afterwards, it's fine. It makes it not wrong anymore.
Okay.
That's the rule.
Hitting play.
Procedure. I said in the previous video this was illegitimate. I didn't mean technically, constitutionally, legally. I meant morally illegitimate because it's clearly. And Mitch McConnell said this multiple times.
I didn't mean in the facts of the situation. I meant it slightly annoys me. Yes. So, and also, Carl, I don't care about your moral outrage.
Nobody does.
No.
All right.
Let's quit this charade. This is clearly a political attempt, effectively, for the Democrats to just stamp Donald Trump's permanent record with a black mark.
He's not looked at any of the evidence or reviewed any of the testimony that was given or, any of it. We sat through, we literally did like a hangout every other day on this case. And he's just, oh my gosh, he doesn't do any research. He does no research.
Well, he was too busy sucking Boris Johnson's dick to actually watch any of this.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop him talking about it, though.
No, of course not. He's just going to get some headlines together and make up a story.
Yeah.
All right, my brain is hurting.
Which is what they keep saying. They use words like this sullied his presidency. I'm like, have you seen his presidency? Like I don't think he cares. I think he's a man who's interested in results.
That's why he's screaming about it on Twitter every few hours.
Yeah, we tried to pull this last night. He said, "Oh, I don't think Trump cares." I said, "There's nothing. He hasn't talked about anything else for the last 3 months."
No, it's what he talks about when he goes to his rallies.
Yeah, well, that and I've never understood wind.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, super genius.
Okay.
Also, did you see that picture of him with the tan line?
No.
On the side of his head? Like, I don't know who's doing his tan, but we didn't need any further proof that Donald Trump lied when he said he only hires the best people. But I don't know who's doing his tan line. But is Stevie fucking Wonder doing this man's tan? I don't know. It's ridiculous. He had like a completely white ear and sort of back of his cheek. And it was almost like a straight line. It was almost like he duct taped the edge of his face so that it didn't spread. And it just had like a white line and then orange. Maybe if someone could link to that, actually go onto Twitter and look at Donald Trump tan line or something, and see how long it takes for Skype to fuck up. not quite. Yeah, where are we? No, well, that's a funny one, but yeah, there's even what there. What in the fuck is going on there? Yeah, that's like a normal skin tone of a pasty old white man, and then it's a straight line at the middle of his fucking, like just beyond his earlobe, and then orange. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's like he just dipped his face into it, and he got the front bit and was like, yeah, that'll do. Fuck it, I don't need the back bit. That's awful. Fuck. That's so shit. That's awful. That's awful. Fucking hell. And how is the bloke next to him not like, Donald, seriously, mate? Have you considered at least for the evening false sideburns, maybe? Just mix it up, you know? Yeah. Exactly. Also, the stovepipe hat would definitely cover up the wig situation, so double whammy. And no, actually, I'm not going to say that because that's definitely against the terms of service. All I'll say is I was going to suggest that the way that Abraham Lincoln ended might be the way that Trump was. Which, I mean, I'm never going to get allowed into America anyway, so who cares, I suppose. But you need to go back there, so, you know. Yeah. 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 We don't need to watch up to the money shot thing. Yeah. Oof, it's like a mask. He's put on a fucking orange mask. The football tomorrow. Um, well, definitely soccer. So, yeah, Boxing Day is big for that. And the start of the test matches. There's always Boxing Day test match cricket. So, I will be snowed under.
Sorry, everyone in the chat. I had to cough and I muted myself so only Kevin could hear me, but then I didn't unmute myself. So for a moment, you were talking to a non-existent Kristi.
Okay, well,
Thanks,
you didn't
chat.
need to mention. Okay. Anyway.
I didn't need to fix that.
Did you? Kristi is inaudible. Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay, well, something.
Yes, they'll catch up. It's all better now.
I've lost the will to live. Anyway.
Yeah, and what about your channel?
That $200 is going nowhere. Look at it. It's going to be there for fucking days.
I feel like we shouldn't end the show.
Oh fuck it. Well, yeah, but I mean, I've got to sleep at some point.
Not till next week. Oh God, I'm sure everybody heard that.
Yeah, I'm not even fucking trying. I'm not trying to stop it. People are getting warts and all tonight.
Yes, getting the true. This is the come down drunk Kev.
Yeah, this is Kev beginning to think, I need to go to bed.
Yes,
definitely.
Well, you've had Carl's dulcet tones in your ears, so it's starting to lull you to sleep.
Yeah, or just make me think, I'm not sure that being awake is fun. So I'll just go to sleep.
I think being awake tomorrow will be even less fun.
Oh God, that's awful. It's like someone with a darker skin. He killed someone with a darker skin than him and wore him, like the movie I saw recently.
Aaron, in the chat, what are you talking about?
That's. I do hope that wasn't a snuff movie.
No,
Grim.
I'm hoping that it was maybe a horror movie that passed us by.
Yeah, or just a Donald Trump press conference. Who knows?
Yeah, I guess you could have gone Silence of the Lambs there.
Yeah.
So
he likes his steak with red sauce and fine Chianti. That was a joke about Donald Trump's food habits being shit.
And a Big Mac.
You're very welcome.
Yes. Well, then I think that's all that we've got then. I think we're just going to wrap up the Christmas show.
Okay, one last bit of violent, sexy dancing. There we go.
Yeah. Woo, woo. That's the sound of a man. No, that's a depressing song.
Sound of police.
There you go. That's a much happier noise. All right, well, happy Christmas, Merry Christmas for those of you who are celebrating it or observing it secularly.
Happy Hanukkah.
Yes, that's
Merry Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
Something else.
Joyful solstice.
Merry end of the world at some point.
So thank you guys in the chat for hanging around, and goodbye from me and goodbye from Kev Kev. Say Merry Christmas and goodbye, Kev Kev.
Merry Christmas and goodbye, Kev Kev.
Hey, you did the bit.
I did. The Christmas bit.
Your Christmas bits.